So guys, the concept that you're seeing here is what? Very, very nice concept. And I would say that rarely people ever achieve this kind of greatness in drawing as this guy. This guy name is Alex Palma, and wait. And this guy, I didn't know about this guy actually, but I found out in some page in Facebook. Facebook is a very good source of this kind of things. Amazing. And sometimes you can see things that you have never seen before, which is great. It's difficult though, because usually you have seen almost anything already because of the internet, and we have access to so many things so easy. Yeah, but now we will do this Goro. He has forearms. He's from Mortal Kombat, a character for Mortal Kombat, as probably most of you know. If you don't know, you will see. It's pretty amazing. I like to do this kind of muscular and you know, monstery characters, and most people that I know, especially male character artists, we all like to do them. I mean, it's just I don't know, some kind of sick pleasure. Probably this is the way to express the monsters within ourselves. I don't know, but this is so psychological. We shouldn't do that. That psychological. Maybe a little bit psychological will be fine, but not that much. So then, what else? This guy, Alex Palma. His works are just wow. So he has so much issue. yeah. My theory, as probably most of you know, is that if you have a lot of issues and you kind of go into art, then you can be amazing artist, because your issues and your psycho stuff inside of you will allow you to put so much time into your art that no man can be equal, you know. No man can be your equal. That's why it's super cool. Now this pose of the character, the face is a little bit awkward, but so yeah, I've seen people with a lot of issues. So the parents are, you know, drunks, or they're addicts of some sort or whatever, and the kid is just drawing and drawing and drawing, and this is all he has. It's his thing or her thing, and spending just enormous amounts of time doing this and becoming just the amazing artist. But the issues, they stay. So don't think that when you are an amazing artist or amazing sculptor or whatever you are good at, don't think that you will be extremely happy. In the beginning, when you're learning especially, you will be very happy. You will be every achievement will be super nice. But at some time you will realize that there is more to this, more to the life than art, more to life than fame, more to life than money. And when you realize that, then you will not be so happy. But it's up to anybody. As we know, probably most of you know, that there was this kind of study, a very interesting study that they made in America. It lasted for like 70 years. It started just before the Second World War, I think, and it's still on today. They're studying the people, different people, like 2,000 people or more. They're studying from their birth to their deaths, and they're constantly monitoring them and asking them questions. And at the end, it turns out, what makes you happy? What makes you happy is a healthy, nice relationship. Not money, not fame, not power, not to be great at something. Although great at something is pretty good. The feeling is good. But it's not the most important thing. The most important thing, obviously, is the partner that you're choosing, and to get along with him or her pretty well. Which also happens, especially for artists with issues, to be one of the most difficult things. But it's okay. Difficult doesn't mean impossible. That's what what I want to say. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful what you do. Now, let me see why again I don't have this thing, and without it, I cannot do it. It sometimes disappears, but I don't know when. So navigation, the gizmo is here, move, rotate, scale. It should be here, but it's not. Sometimes this happens. So I have to scale it on z-axis and then scale it as a whole. Yeah, I have to use the shortcuts, which I don't completely like, but when we have to, we have to. Yeah, and I know I always use shortcuts when I work, yes, but usually I use the gizmo. Now I cannot use it because it's gone. It disappeared. Probably there is some problem, I don't know. We'll see. So let's see, the mouth should be a little bit more wide. Okay. The brows. 6 minutes into this and we have done nothing. Why? Because I'm speaking too much. When I was doing it in the Discord chat, I managed to do the whole Goro, the whole thing for, I think it was an hour and a little bit more than an hour. Now it will be much more than that because, you know, I am procrastinating, we may say, and that's never something that will speed up your work. That's not something that will speed up your work, definitely. Procrastinating usually is slow. You're going to get there eventually, but slow. And the same way I'm procrastinating now with my latest course, which I haven't even started yet for the arms, but at least I'm getting very good at making arms, and you will see that when I start making them in a couple of minutes. I don't know when exactly we will start making the arms, but we will get there, and you will see how good I am in making arms already. It's just insane. I don't think there is anybody in the world better than me in making arms. No, I'm joking. I am joking. Of course, Grossetti is better and some other people are better. But I'm pretty good. I may say I'm pretty good. Or not. But you will be the judge of that. So let's see the lower teeth. They have to go a little bit behind the upper teeth. And... alright. Okay, here. So he has too many teeth. Yes? Okay. But it looks monstrous. It looks nice. That's why we are making also a lot of teeth. The more teeth, the better. It's just so cool. Now, he doesn't look like a monster. Our guy still doesn't look like a monster. Hopefully, at the end, he will look more like a monster. What will make him look like a monster is a little bit bigger jaw, probably. Always. It's always a good thing to make a bigger jaw. It's always nice for the lower jaw to be big, especially for this kind of monster and monster characters. Strong male characters, like the Hulk, for example, like Goro here and others. It's nice to have huge lower jaw. And when you have it, you are almost done with the character. No, I'm joking. It's far from finished. And yeah, we will not do only the head here. We will do the whole thing, hopefully. Yeah, he's starting to get there. Maybe a little bit more of a frowny eyebrows, and also his eyes should be very much smaller. So smaller eyes always makes the face looks bigger, because I mean we kind of instinctively know that almost all eyeballs are kind of similar. So if somebody has small eyeballs, then it means probably his head is huge. That's why monsters, most of the scary monsters should have, especially big ones, should have small eyes. The smaller the eyes, the bigger the monster is. Yeah. And don't take anything that I say as granted. The ears should be much smaller, of course. Take everything I say with a pinch of salt or grain of salt. Why? Because everything I say is just my experience, it's my interpretation of life. It doesn't have to be yours also. It could be, but it could be not. So yeah, check your sources always. For anatomy especially, that's what I'm saying. I can teach you anatomy, but check your sources, compare to other sources, compare to real life. It's very important. And then you will see what really is instead of what people think it is. And nobody had checked because the anatomy books says so. So why should we check since the anatomy book says, yeah, you have to check. Always check. Don't not check. Okay, let's leave the face for now. It's not the best, but it will do probably. We'll see. It's not the worst. Maybe I can put his tail. So first we will do one cylinder, and I'm not answering questions or whatever. Yeah, I'm not. I know, and I'm sorry about that. But I am super frustrated. Where is my? I cannot see it. Okay, those things, they are not existent. I cannot see my thing. Whatever, so scale on z-axis, then scale it as a whole, and it's very slow this way to move it on certain axis. Now I have to rotate it on X to move it like this. It's much slower than just to, to move it with the gizmo. That's why I'm using the gizmo usually. Now I can't because the gizmo is gone. Как я понял, Николай, русскоговорящий. Русскоразбиращий, понимающий. Not говорящий. Русско-понимающий. Евала човек. Евала човек. Evala is something from Turkish language, and it means again no. So Z, and then scale on z-axis, and then scale back, and then I will go to the sculpt mode because it's easier. If somebody can tell me where my gizmo is and why is it gone, I will appreciate it. What's happening here? It's not the first time that the gizmo disappears, by the way, for me. It has disappeared in the past. Mesh, everything is visible here. Object gizmos is default. So it should be fine, right? Let's see. Global, okay. I don't know what's happening. It should be here, but it's not. I have to come to a point when I can't see my progress. What should I do? You should just continue. There is always a point in a certain point where you not only cannot see progress, you see regress. So you go down on your skills, and you are trying, and you still go down, and it can be frustrated. But if you know that it's just a phase that you have to go through, just go through it. Don't worry, you will get there. Enable 3 tick boxes on the default that the gizmo would have. No, it's not working. It's not. It doesn't show up. Damn it. Now I lost everything. But I know the home button is... because there was a... When animation is rolling, you cannot see the gizmo. Obviously, yes. So, we learned something new today. When the animation is rolling, you cannot see your gizmo. Amazing stuff. Now with the gizmo, it's much easier to do the body. Now I don't want this gizmo, by the way. I have to disable those things because I don't want to see it forever. Now let's see what's happening with the body. The body is Just wow. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. Now you will see how you can do forearms, and it's not easy. Forearms, but of course it's not difficult. You do just the 2 arms and then you copy it and make them 4. As easy as that. So let's see. This will be our front shoulder. This will be our breast muscle. Chest muscle. Breast muscle is very interesting. Chest muscle, most likely. Or pecs. Some people call them pecs, I think. Yeah. The pecs muscles. They are very handy. And here we will dig a little bit because this is a hole usually in here. Then we will have the back muscle here, but we'll have another back muscle in the bottom here. We'll see how this will go. Then this will be our second shoulder here with a little bit of a chest and front shoulder and side shoulder. Let's do the side shoulder here. It's very important. It's very big, the side shoulder here. The traps are super huge also, and they're super visible. That's cool. Okay, and yeah, it's starting to freak me out now. So it's getting well. It's starting to look freaky, so it's nice. I love it. I love it when it gets freaky enough. Freaky enough. Now, let's do those external obliques muscles here. I usually don't know the names of the muscles though, but now I'm teaching in an academy here in Bulgaria, and I accidentally learned them while I was teaching people, you know. That was, wow. How this happens, I don't know. So I was teaching and I accidentally saw them somewhere and I remembered them. External obliques. Yeah. Gigantic thing. Now this is the scapula here in the back. It will be dug in. Scapula. This is the... I don't remember quite well. Something with T, I think it was. Whatever. Then we'll have the triceps going down, but another scapula will be here. So we will have another triceps going down. So 2 sets of arms will mean 2 scapulas in the back. Probably. But there is no mammal with more than 4 limbs. At least I don't know of some mammal with more than 4 limbs. That's why we have to guess what's happening around here. We cannot know exactly, but we hope to, you know. Could you enable subtitles in Portuguese in courses on the Udemy platform? I don't know if it's just about enabling them, or if it's I have to upload them or something. I'm not sure. If it's only about enable, it will be my pleasure, but I'm not sure that's the case. We'll see. Yeah, the pectorals are huge, but it looks very nice. And we like it. So now, he hasn't made the clavicle that visible. I will make the clavicle more visible. And probably I will move the whole thing a little bit back. Because I want to make him kind of a hunched forward a bit more. And for that we have to go to the head also, fix this. And now it's better. At least I imagine it's better. It could be not better. We'll see. Now let's make at least a little bit the arms, because without the arms it's difficult to see what's happening. What is what. Alright, so nice here. Yeah. Oh, 180 people. It's... wow. I haven't expected that much people here. So now it's time to say I have a lot of courses. You can find them in the description of this video. They are in ArtStation or Udemy, Blender, and ZBrush, and Anatomy. whatever, they have good ratings, so probably people like them. And that's it. I have to make the advertisement, you know, it's just normal. Advertisement, always fine. Now let's make interesting muscles here. They shouldn't be just plain like rectangles or whatever. So yeah. Hello, I bought your course on Udemy Demon Hunter and finished it, and I got to say it's awesome. Just I need to go back many times because this amount of information is so huge. You are very, very right. So with anatomy courses, with character courses, with all kind of courses, you have a lot of information in the course. So usually when you watch one video, you will understand and you will, you know, assimilate, let's say 30% of the information. The rest, you have to watch it again to go through the rest of the information. And that's always the case with anatomy. Even with anatomy, you can get like 20 to 30% sometimes, and you have to go back again. Some people don't understand that, but this is a basic principle of learning. It's not just with anatomy courses or with some other, it's with all the learning, it's like this. So you have to just go, and me too. When I'm watching some courses for anatomy, for example, the Scott Eaton's anatomy courses, when I was watching them, I had to go back and rewatch again to understand certain things. Of course, it's always nice when you watch something, either a character course or whatever, and especially anatomy, to go and do some characters or few characters after the course by yourself. Then you will know what you don't know, or anatomy studies or whatever, and then you can go back with the course again, and you will know what to look for in the course, because you will know where your weaknesses lie. Although in the beginning the weaknesses of most people are everything, but nonetheless. I know. Amazing Goro. It's very nice. The drawing is very nice. My Goro still is super bad, but we will get there. Now we will get to the hands. The hands are very important because I'm very good at them, and you will you will see how good I am in making hands. Those hands are a little bit. His hands are pointed a little bit up, so we'll do that. We will do the biceps, then the front, the lower arm, then we will get the triceps and tug it between the shoulder and this muscle here, which is I don't remember. Yeah, I know anatomy, I can do it, and I know anatomy is a statement that nobody should ever say. Even if you are Gottfried Bames or if you are Michelangelo or whatever, maybe Michelangelo can say it, but not many other people. But I know it better than most people, yes. But still, I don't know the names of most of the muscles, you know. But muscles of the arm, I know. So let's see. This is the brachioradialis. Let's say it's brachioradialis. Although there are two muscles here, I always forget which is the second one. Brachioradialis. Then the brachialis is here. Oh yeah, brachialis is here. Now the biceps is here, and it should be huge, much huger than I did it. Huger. Is there something like huger? Huger is very interesting thing to say. But yeah, the triceps always is bigger than the biceps though, so we have to acknowledge that. The triceps is the best. We will soon get to 200 people. I don't know what's happening today. And yeah, this channel has 30,000 subscribers, and still we are managing to get no more than 200 people in one stream, unfortunately. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll get now. In the stream that I did today, which was not a stream, today I did it was stream. It was a live stream in Discord, but it's not recorded. Nobody can see it ever if you haven't been there. But I did Goro because I was practicing for this. So I did him the hands. I did by making the fingers separate. Now I will do the fist as a whole thing. Why? I don't know. I just feel like it. So yeah, let's do this. Yeah, maybe I should make them a little bit like more bent. It would be nicer. And fist. Fist is difficult. Especially in the beginning, because there is no structure in the beginning until you make one. And when you make the structure, then it becomes a little... 200. Yes, yes. 200 people now. And people, well, when they watch it after the stream, because it will be here after the stream also, you will be able to watch it. They will say, what, 200 what? 200 people watching the stream right now. It's amazing. How many are actually watching and how many just are here? It's debatable, but still, 200. I don't think this is a record for my channel, but it's relatively fine. So probably this is because of the thumbnail. Of the thumbnail of this video. The thumbnail was... Let me show you what is the thumbnail exactly. Oops. The thumbnail is this. Because I did this today in the Discord server streaming for an hour and a half, I think. And then we are doing now this. It's a little bit different because, you know, it cannot be the same. It never can be the same. Because we are now different persons. Or something like this. Yeah, it should be something philosophical, you know. If it's not interesting. It should be philosophical. So he has a very small head now, in our case. So what I will do is, I will get and make the body a bit smaller, because it's too much. Now I will dial down the whole body forward. And this will be more like action post. And then we'll continue with the arms. Okay, and the fists. Because they are important. Now, after we do the fists, it will be time to just duplicate the hands or the arms and make the second set of arm, which will be very easy. So when you're making this kind of a speed thing, it's easier to make something with forearms than something with, I don't know. But forearms are not that difficult. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what people are talking, because I'm a little bit exhausted now with so much sculpting. Now, how much time? Almost half an hour. And for half an hour, we are here. And it's not bad. I would say it's relatively fine, right? Let's see. Half an hour we have something that resembles something, which is great. Let's do the 200 likes, guys, okay, yeah. Много зрители, потому что ты зайка. I'm a rabbit, right? Okay. More accurate one. Hi, sir, I'm your fan from Cambodia. Ooh, Cambodia is nice. I know where Cambodia is, by the way. It's next to Thailand. And is it next to Vietnam also? So, both sides, Thailand, Vietnam. I was into Thailand, also into Vietnam. Never been into Cambodia, though. But we have to fix that. I heard that Angkor Wat is amazing. My wife has been there. And it's super nice. But we'll see. This is like the second pass at an idea. Yes. Damn, new camera, good stuff. How many time need that? It's learn. It's learn. What? I don't know. I'm first hour and a half. I'm on the face measuring everything. Yeah, it's good, especially when you're a beginner. When you're a beginner, to not be that fast, not be as fast as me. The fastness will come after, in time. Don't try to be fast. I always say that. People try and they make abominations, and it's normal. I have thousands of hours of sculpting. How do I have thousands of hours of sculpting? Because I'm a little bit psychopathic, and I have issues with my childhood and everything, and that's why I can't spend so much time, because I don't socialize that much. Most of my socializing is just making those videos, you know. Unfortunately, most of the very best artists in the world are pretty much like that. So yeah, don't feel very bad if you are not able to do it. Maybe you will be happier. Maybe your personal life will be better. Who knows? You know, you have to be happy with what you have or not. Yeah, sometimes we have to say, I want more. I want more from this life. But the problem with that is that you may at some point lose yourself in the idea of wealth or be good at something, and just don't understand when you are completely alone in this world and there is nobody to share it with. Your money, your fame, you have nobody to share it with, and that's scary. That's scary. Yeah, for most people that are young, many of you are pretty young probably, that's not bothering that much. If I was now like 20 years old and somebody told me that probably the best happiness will come from relationship with loved people, I would laugh. Most likely I would laugh. I would say, man, give me money. Give me traveling around the world. And I will be the happiest man alive. And that's, even now it's true, but I don't think that traveling alone will be the happiest experience, you know. It will be fine, but not the happiest. Traveling with someone to share the experience with, that is what I call nice, you know. That's cool. And I'm telling you, as a guy who knows a lot about life, because I'm almost 42 years old. Yeah, many people would say, but Nico, you look so young. How do you do that? No, I'm not. I'm not looking so young. Sorry. Nico, I was searching for character artist job and they were asking if I knew how to code in Unity or Unreal. Do you think it's necessary skill for a character artist to have? No. Absolutely not. If they ask you that, they don't know what they're talking about. A character artist should be able to make characters. Unreal, coding, it may be an option, but for me, I can say I'm a relatively successful character artist. I don't know how to code. Except I knew a little bit about HTML, which is the language of making websites. And it's not exactly a programming language, it's more of a script. The HTML, I mean. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a long shot to ask a character artist to be able to do those things. And I would say they don't know what they're talking about. That's what I would say for that. So the fist is taking a lot of time, a long time to do, but it's important. The fists, hands especially, hands and the face, I always say, is the most important things, are the most important things. Because if you say is for something that's plural, it's a little bit confusing. People will say, but what you say is for hands and faces is. So yeah, so they are very important, and if you don't do them well, it will be visible. If you do them well, it also will be visible. That's why do them well and you will be fine. If you don't, you will never be fine. You will never be able to get rest or to rest. Now you see the fingers now are far thicker than the thumb, which is not very good. So in the artwork itself, it's also the case, but I don't think it's a good idea to make the fingers that small, to make the thumb that small. So I will make it bigger and we will see what will happen. Far bigger we need it. Thicker, even thicker. Like the Turtle Ninja, by the way. The Turtle Ninjas, they also have this kind of hands, like Goro hands they have. So from now on, you all know, Turtle Ninjas, they have Goro hands. Not the other way around. No, they have it. And Goro is the original. No, I'm not sure which one came first. Mortal Kombat, I think, was invented in 1991 or 1987, 1994, something like this. I'm not sure exactly when it was invented, but internet knows. So Turtle Ninjas, are they invented before that? And who copied who? We have to see. But not now, because now we have to do a character and we are nowhere, almost nowhere. We have something already, which is great, but we are not particularly nice. So now you know that they changed the shortcut in Blender 4.0. They've changed the shortcut of the draw brush, which is your standard brush. They changed it to V instead of X, which is a little bit further away from my hand right now, because my hand is always on the Alt key and Control key, as you can see. So I am mad. Yes, I don't like it, but I will handle it somehow. We'll see. But I'm mad. I don't like it. But I will not change it. Why? Because I think we all need sometimes to just go with the flow and adjust ourselves, not our shortcuts. So I will take this opportunity to adjust myself, not the shortcuts. And yeah, so now Shift D, of course, as always, and make the other arms. They are, I think, the same size, so I will not, maybe I will make them a little bit smaller, it will be better. And push them here. Let's see what's happening. It's, I have to push them a little bit back maybe, or I will have to fix the shoulder. Probably I will fix the shoulder. We'll see. Hello from my country Peru. Yeah, we have people from Asia. From Peru we have, from Cambodia we have. Usually we don't have people from Southeast, from East Asia. Why? Because they are sleeping when I'm doing those things. But now we have them, which is great. And we have almost 250 people watching. I don't know what people are finding interesting in this particular stream, but it's cool. You know, even if 1,000 people are watching, it's fine. I'm okay with this. Even 5,000 people, no. I don't know if there are streams in YouTube where especially art streams like mine, like Sculpting or something, where more than like 300 people are watching. I don't think they are. Maybe they are. I'm not saying that they're not. But I'm not sure they are. Because, you know, it's not gaming. Also, I'm not this very nice looking girl from Sweden or whatever. I'm just a bald guy from Bulgaria. Yeah, many people probably don't know I'm from Bulgaria. Thank you very much. And Bulgarian language is kind of Slavic language, yes. And it's kind of close to Russian and very close to Macedonian language. The North Macedonia has pretty much the same language, but with a little bit of a twist. But we understand each other pretty well. But the idea is that Slavic languages are having similarities, but I don't understand Polish or Slovenian, so not all Slavic languages I can understand, but Russian I basically understand. Ukrainian, no, I cannot. I basically cannot understand Ukrainian. It's different than Russian for me. It's pretty different. Probably not ultra different, but for me it's different. I don't know why. Okay, we have 4 arms. Amazing. Now, the most difficult part is making the legs. Are clay strips more useful than clay brush for adding volume? Yes. Even if it was only one person watching, I'd be worth it. Yeah, probably. Ты хороший человек, я думаю. That's debatable. The Goro effect. I'm also an artist working in Maya. That's cool, but in Maya it's difficult to make this thing. Because Maya is not a sculpting software, which is sad, but yeah, doesn't matter. By the way, I don't know, Autodesk, they don't have a sculpting software, I think. And that's their loss. Sculpting is kind of a niche thing, but it's very cool, and we like it, so it's fine. We like it, yes. I like it, at least. It's starting to struggle a little bit, and it's mostly because of the mirror. How many faces are there? Are not too many faces, but the mirror is making a little bit of a problem here. I will make the arms a bit narrower. Now let's make the legs. The legs are usually the pain in the ass, although pain in the legs. They are difficult for me to do, but I will do them because we need legs. If he doesn't have legs, he will look, drumroll, legless. What? Yeah, Mudbox, but it sucks. Mudbox I haven't heard of this software for a while. I mean, Mudbox was famous back in the days when it was like maybe 10 years ago. Mudbox was fine. People were using it. They were using Mudbox actually to do characters. Not anymore. I don't know why. What happened with Mudbox? ZBrush just got all the sculptures. And now Blender, of course, will get some of them also. Especially those of them who want to have a successful YouTube channel and to make successful courses. Because there is far bigger audience for Blender than ZBrush. As you see now, we have almost 300 people watching at the same time. And when you go to any ZBrush stream, you will see 60-70 people at most. So what does that tell you? Blender is the best. Not the last version though, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not a super fan of the 4 version. Why? But why, Nico? The 4 is a perfect version. Is it perfect? It's 4, you know. It should be the same features as in these versions, but it should be called 3.7. 3.7 would be nice. Then 3.8, and at the end maybe 4, but after everything is fine. Now 4 is just a little bit like what? But whatever, this is just my opinion. I'm not using most of the features in Blender. Blender has so many features that I'm not using. So probably, probably it's fine. It's starting to get there, right? I like how you can flawlessly make muscle definition with the draw sharp. I have hard time doing that. It depends. Now, when we have a lot of resolution in the arms, I mean a little bit more than usual, then it's difficult to make main forms. Now it's all about detail. So be careful with your resolution. That's what I'm always saying to people. Some sculptors I see, online sculptors, that are good sculptors, they are using higher resolution from the start, from the get-go, which in my opinion is completely wrong, and they are teaching people wrong. I will remove the mirror because I don't like it. What's happening now? I removed the mirror and something happened. Some bug probably. But without the mirror it's not lagging. With the mirror it was lagging, and I don't like it. We don't like the lag. So now, what is this line here? This is kind of the line that separates the extensors from the flexors in the arm. Yes, I know it's too much anatomy. I'm sorry guys, but it's important. It's important because flexors and extenders are what makes the forearm great. So let's make the forearm great again by just defining the extenders. Those are the extensors, and the flexors in the bottom we usually cannot quite define because they are usually not defined, and we will not define them, so it's fine, but we will just make them more like visible. Then we will make this bottom part, and it's very awkward to sculpt here because it's like I have another arm below this arm, I don't know what's happening, but this is because of the, you know, of the mirror modifier. The mirror modifier is our doom. I'm from India. In India, there's so much work and scope of rotation in silhouette. Good. Nico is the only other Blender YouTuber that isn't a geek. What do you mean a geek? I don't know. I think the mirror bugs. I'm a geek. Now I'm watching the Blue-Eyed Samurai. What is it called? This? The new show on Netflix. Wow, it's amazing. So the atmosphere, the animation, everything. It's mostly 3D, but it's kind of made like a 2D animation. It's so cool. It's wow. And it's in ancient Japan. But careful. Don't watch it with young people because there is a lot of gore, a lot of violence, a lot of blood in this movie. It's something like Omni-Man, like Invincible. But, I mean, in terms of violence, there's a lot of violence. Exactly like in Invincible, the animation. So be careful who you watch it with. But I recommend it, it's so cool. The Blue-Eyed Samurai. Amazing animation. Most likely there will be a huge delay to make a second season. Why? Because it's very difficult to make this kind of super quality animation. Although this is 3D, but still, you know, Arcane, does it have a second season? I don't think so. It will probably at some point, but doesn't have it yet. Why? Because it's difficult to make this quality animation. It takes years. And it's just a series, you know. And it still takes years. So it's cool. I see file name, you begin hand course. Ah, you sneaky bastard. So yeah, I know that didn't begin. I begin exercising. Those are exercises. I'm making exercises on arms. Every day I'm making arms. Every day I'm making arms, and I have, let me show you what I have. I have a lot of arm anatomy references and everything prepared here. And this is the hand from the newest Anatomy for Sculptures book, which is not even out yet, but in ArtStation they have those images, so I'm using them. They're very cool. A lot of arms made from other people, and it's super cool. A lot of arm things, and I'm constantly learning. Even now, I have learned anatomy for over 20 years, but still I'm continuing to learn, because when you're not doing certain things, or you're doing them just casually, you tend to forget things. So don't think that you will know everything forever. You can learn something today, and after 3 months, if you don't practice it, you will never know it. You will just forget it completely. And that's, you know, especially for anatomy, and all the skills actually. It's not only for anatomy skills, it's all the skills. If you don't practice, you lose it. Practice or you lose. Practice or die. No, probably not exactly, but yeah, it depends. It depends. But practice is good. I would say practice more than you want to. No, that's also not a good idea. If you practice too much, you will kind of make emotional anchor, it's called, that practicing is a bad thing, practicing is something, and you will get disgusted, and you will lose the ability to practice, and you will get nowhere. So just make sure you have pleasure in practicing, pleasure in sculpting, pleasure in drawing, whatever you want to do. Take pleasure in it. If you don't, you will hate it at some point, because you have to do it. But if you don't have to do it, you just like to do it, as I am sculpting, because I don't have to do this Goro now, but I like the concept so much that I just want to do it badly. And I'm doing it. Also, at some point, maybe, if it came out nice in this stream, I can kind of refine it for a couple more hours, because, you know, in the stream I can do it for 2 hours, yes, but it just kind of the base thing, you know, it's not the whole, it's just the basics. If I have to do it ready for 3D printing, I have to refine a lot. Because when you 3D print something, then it's finished, it's 3D printed, and when you see your mistakes after the 3D print, it's a little bit too late. So I will spend a couple of days even to refine things, to look at it with fresh eyes in the mornings, and this way I will make sure that everything is the way I wanted it, and at the end when I print it, it will be the best that I possibly can do. As I'm doing with my courses, by the way, and the courses, actually, when I'm doing courses, like for example this lady, as I always show it because it's on my desk, this is one of my latest courses, the Armored Assassin course in Blender. So we do this from Sphere in Blender. But the idea is that I'm doing this for like a month or something. So every day I'm looking at it with fresh eyes, and I can see things that I want to fix. If I do it quickly, just for 1 or 2 days or like 1 week, it probably will not be as good. That's why taking time with your work is kind of crucial sometimes. Just take your time, relax. Don't hurry, or as we like to say, don't fast. Yeah, it's not exactly English, because you know, but don't fast is a good thing to say. Also, don't hurry. Yeah, don't fast is very nice. But I'm fasting, kind of. I'm eating once a day, a lot, but once a day. So I'm eating all the calories, all the carrots also. I'm eating all the calories in one go. And you know, every of those diets and fasting and everything, you have to try it to see if it fits yourself, because sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, you shouldn't do it. But if it does, you should do it. I know. Yeah, it's super counterintuitive, but yeah. I'm casually dropping deep knowledge into the world. That's exactly what I do, yeah. That's my purpose in this world, to drop you the deep knowledge. So let's do a little bit something in the middle of his thighs here. No. Here. What is this? This will be his pants. Yeah, we have to do them because otherwise he will look bad. And also we have to cover the ass, and because it's not great. And also we have to cover the places where the ass meets the legs, which is also not well defined. And it takes time to define those places. That's why covering them with clothes, as in the concept, is a great idea. Thank you for this idea, guys. It's great. It's super great. So we are doing it. Let's see. How many people? Ooh, almost 300 again. I don't know if we have reached 300 because I'm a little bit concentrated here. I'm doing something. I'm doing a little something here. I don't know if you noticed. I am trying to sculpt, but yeah, somebody can tell me. Are you going to do our station review today? No, there will be no time for this. Hello from Brazil. Did you drink energetics? No. YouTube sensor both right now. An artist must be hungry. Yes, exactly. Goro has 2 butts. Probably not. He has 2 scapulas, maybe 2 clavicles, because 2 arms, but 2 butts he doesn't need because he doesn't have 4 legs. And a guy in the chat today in the Discord, he said that Goro should have 2 dicks. A Russian guy, we all know him, but yeah. But he's not right. because the dick is not exactly a limb and it doesn't have bones. So, you know, it's not the same as two arms. Two dicks is a little bit different. Even animals with like 100 legs, they don't have 100 dicks at the same time. So I don't see the logic in that, you know. I'm just saying, you know, it's fine. We don't have to do the back, by the way. It's just something that's there. We should do the front. And the front will be something like this. And yes, let's refine it a bit and it will be cool. Now this is some disc in here and I'm making it from the same geometry, and you will ask, but Nico, isn't that like, why are you doing this? Because of time issues. We need to make this fast. I need to make this fast. But Nico, why don't you make it as 2 videos? So you can spend more time on it and everything. Because it will not be as attractive as 2 videos. 1 video is always like less than 2 hours. Amazing, very nice. Now it's less than 1 hour up to this point. So 1 hour for a whole figure with 4 arms. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Maybe some people can be better. By the way, I saw a guy in my Discord server, and he has done this kind of a very nice head. Very nice, I would say very nice head. For half an hour. I say, but even I cannot do it in half an hour this refined. So either he is lying or I'm not the fastest guy in the universe anymore. Maybe I'm old and I'm getting older, and young and more hungry guys are approaching the scene, and I am a dinosaur now. I don't know what's happening here. Hello from Venezuela, Nico. Hello. So we have people from all over the world. I mean, it's super diverse. If he had only 4 legs out of 4 butts, maybe 2 dicks. Yes, I know. Hello again from Shillong, probably China. I don't know. Hello, Nico. You like knives a lot. Ever tried to sculpt wood with your knives? Yes, but it's so difficult. It doesn't have symmetry and everything, so it's not. And when I was younger, I was more into doing this kind of things. Now I'm not exactly that eager. But let's do some detailing here. Can you share a good place to get 3D model for resin printer? No, I don't know those kind of places. Why? Because when I do models for 3D printers, when I do 3D printing, I do my own models. So I sculpt it. I don't just, you know, search for something. I have never printed some other guy's work. Just my own works. I don't know what the details is here, but we will do something like this. Mortal Kombat! Just a detail, you know, just to have something there. Now let's do the hand thing. Cylinder. Put it here. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Very cool, by the way. Mortal Kombat is what's happening. I lost it. I lost everything. Oh yes, my brush became very small. I lost my brush. It became just a super small thing because I press F and then move my brush, move the mouse and the cursor, and everything went berserk. So be careful when you're using this. Mortal Kombat. Now, remesh it, smooth it out, and then we can do the the ships. The ships. Okay, the horns or whatever it's called. Maybe it will be better to do them with the mouse. Let's see. No, with the mouse it's too slow. I cannot move the mouse that fast. Because I'm not a huge gamer, I'm not playing those first-person shooters that much. My son, on the other hand, he loves to play Fortnite, for example. And he is pretty good at it. But I'm not. And the problem is that he is good only in Fortnite and nothing else. And some other games. But that's an issue usually. When you are good only in certain games, the real life is not as interesting. And also you are kinda very much frustrated that in real life you have nothing that you are good at, which is bad, but yeah. Now let's scale them by just scaling them. But this is the scale. Mortal Kombat. Now I have to fix them because some of them are just a little bit too spread. But other than that, it's good. So yeah, these days I'm sculpting mostly fighter game characters. I sculpted Ryu, I think, or Ryu. I'm not sure how to call him. But I sculpted him lately, just for practice. And I showed it only in the Discord server. So yeah, the Discord server is in the description of this video. You can find it and you can go there. It will not be super interesting if you're not trying to be a 3D character artist, for example, because most of the things are 3D characters and most of people want to be 3D characters. So yeah, I would recommend the Discord channel for people just who want to be 3D character artists. For the other people, I would say be cool. You can still be in the Discord, but it's not gonna be that interesting. But for the 3D character artists or 3D character artists wannabes, I would say pretty nice. I was able to move this with the mask even. Amazing. But in edit mode, the mask doesn't exist, so it's fine. And now we are doing a mirror. And we have it. Pretty cool. Now we can pay attention more to the head because it's not quite well made. Let's turn our attention to the head and then we can refine the body a little bit and do certain stuff. How long have you been doing this for? About, let's say, 12-13 years. I'm bad at real life and games too. Yeah, that's sad. Nico, what kind of games you played as a child? I was playing Quake. I was playing Half-Life. I was playing Fallout 1 and 2. I was playing StarCraft 2. And I think, yeah, StarCraft 1 first, StarCraft 2 later. Diablo 2 and 3. 4, no, it's not that good, but I'm not a child anymore. At least I'm not looking as a child. I feel inside as a child sometimes, which is not a very good thing when you have a relationship, when you have kids yourself, then you have to be grown up, but sometimes I'm not, which is obviously normal, I guess. Loomis or Hell? I don't know. Loomis I know, Hell I don't know. I can't believe that you can find every single 3D course or even assets are pirated in a website called CG Persia. Yes, most of my courses are there. I'm from Iran and that's kind of shameful. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You know, I would even personally upload my courses in this particular site. But I don't, you know, I don't care, you know. I even am okay with it to be there. Because I know when I was young that I was not able to afford any courses or anything. So I know there are people like that now, and for them to be able to watch a course and to be able to learn, it's super great, and I'm sure they are appreciating it, and that's fine. That's fine by me. Whoever can afford it, they are buying it from the proper sources like ArtStation or Udemy. The other people who cannot afford it, why shouldn't they be able to watch it also? You know, it's a question of mentality, you know. I just made some veins. Oh, why not? Veins are nice. What was I supposed to do? The face. Yeah, the face, I don't like it. There is something wrong about it. Let's select the face. And this. And without the arms. So, okay, with control. And then kind of dial it down a little bit. More. And maybe tilt it a bit in one direction. Yeah, it's always best to tilt it. Okay, this is kind of okay, but we have to continue working on the face because it doesn't look quite nice. Maybe because it doesn't have shadows and everything, and I don't want to turn on the shadows yet in the viewport because it will lag the stream. Since my video card is not the best, it's lagging the stream sometimes. Yeah, I know I have to buy another video card, but I just this works. I mean, I'm with 280 video card, 2080 Super, and it's relatively fine. It's working. It's great. I can do my work. I can do my freelance. I can do my my courses. By the way, the courses are my work now. 1 year ago, I left Gameloft, and now my courses are my work. And yeah, when people are buying my courses, they are actually supporting me. And that's the thing. Somebody asked me today in YouTube, what's the difference between a full game character in Blender course in YouTube, because I have this course in my other channel, which is absolutely free inside the channel. You can watch it there. And the paid version. And I said there are only two videos at the end. They are different. The paid version has 2 videos more, but it's not that much, and whoever wants to buy the course is actually because they want to support me, not because they will learn something much more different in the paid version of the course, you know. Just for support. You know, some people are asking how to donate your money. You don't have to. Although there's a donation link in the description of this video, I just wanted to experiment in PayPal. There is a donation option, but you just have to buy some of my courses in ArtStation, and that will be enough. If you buy them from Udemy, it's not that good because Udemy is taking most of the money, except if you use my promo code, which for this month, I forgot. It's something like I like autumn or something like this. 23. Yeah, something like this. It was the promo code for this month. But yeah, in the Discord channel, I will tell you what is the promo code in Udemy for the next month, after the 12th of the next month. And you will see what it will be. And now it's looking a little bit better, although not too much better. I'm a little bit concerned why this doesn't look as good as I want it to look. But most likely, when we blacken the teeth, let's blacken the teeth a little bit and we'll see. Yeah, like this. It's just a fake shadow or something. Yeah, it does look a bit better now. Nice. Blackening is always a nice way to do things. Okay, now let's make eyes. Just eyeballs. And the bigger you make them, the worse they will be. By the way, I have a problem now because those eyes, I will not be able to make them symmetrical with the mirror because I rotated the head. But we'll put one eye in here, like this. And the other eye we'll put in here, like this. And it should be relatively fine. Yes, they are fine. Now, if I go and darken around the eyes will kind of pop up a little bit. They will pop out or pop up or whatever. They will pop. Nico Banzai. Oh, hell, Nico. How do I achieve results like high polish brush in Blender? High polish brush in Blender, here it's called Scrape PX brush. You can try it. It's relatively the same brush. Yes, and sometimes even I call it high polish brush if I'm not paying attention. Because when I speak and sculpt at the same time, you know, some of my brain is not exactly on speaking and some of my brain is not exactly in sculpting. That's why I make some mistakes. It's normal. I call ZBrush Blender or Blender ZBrush or whatever, but for me they're the same. Yeah, I know I'm insulting somebody now. I don't know who exactly, but for me Blender is not very different from ZBrush in terms of sculpting, especially. In other terms like rendering, it's far better, of course, but it's better also in price because it's a little bit free. Blender, I mean. So yeah, people sometimes ask, why do you switch from ZBrush to Blender? This is one of the reasons. It's the better software for everything, not only sculpting. For sculpting, obviously it's not. Obviously ZBrush is still the best, but Blender is enough. It's good enough for me. Absolutely good enough. There is not a huge difference for me from ZBrush to Blender in sculpting. Yeah, ZBrush is a little bit more like butter and buttery nice, and also supports more polygons, of course, but it's not huge difference. That's what I'm saying. Some people may say that the difference is huge, Nico. How can you say that? But I don't see that. For me, it's not. What am I doing now? Some muscles. I'm trying to do the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Sternocleidomastoid muscle is my favorite muscle, as probably some of you know from my anatomy lessons. Now the face is kinda fine. I like it now. Maybe it should be a little bit bigger, but we'll see. Now let's inflate here and make those muscles pop a bit more. And then retopologize them like this. Smooth. And work a little bit more on the upper area here. So here we have the side shoulder, which is covering the clavicle. Then we have the clavicle coming from below. Then we have the upper chest going above it. And that should be it. Then we'll have some of those things in here because he's pushing and his veins, not veins, but some things like this are going out. Probably not exactly like this, but still something like that will be appropriate. Yes, not bad. I would say not bad at all. So also This muscle here, what is this? The traps. The traps are also attached to the clavicle, around the front shoulder. So that's that. And we have a little bit of separation for the upper chest. It's kind of separated from the rest a little bit. So, okay. Also, the chest doesn't go exactly into the biceps. It go above the biceps usually. That's how they show you in anatomy books. But when I see myself in the mirror and I flex, here it's a different picture. I don't see that. So, the idea is that anatomy books are one thing. It's good to know them. But watching from references, watching from real people, watching from yourselves, if you train, if you go to the gym, it's more useful. It's useful also. It's not more useful. Both are useful. Anatomy books are useful, and watching from yourself or pictures or whatever is also useful. So everything is useful. Not only one thing is useful. And my courses in anatomy also are very useful. Check them out. Link in the description of the video. Yeah, I have to advertisement, you know. You cannot do it without advertisement. How can I live without advertisement? But this month is pretty good for me. I don't complain. This month is fine. Next month we'll see. Nobody knows. So I don't know each month how much money I would have. That's a little bit like a gamble. It's like, yeah, let's gamble to see how much money we will have next month. But hopefully we'll manage. It's December next month, so probably people will buy the courses for presents or whatever, and we'll be fine. If they're not buying them, they will at least download them from CG Peers, and I will die from hunger or something. I don't know. It's inevitable. But at least when you download something from CG Peers, leave a good comment there. Yeah, for people to know that this is a nice course and it's worth the download weight. Because my courses are some of the courses are gigabytes. All of the courses are gigabytes, but some are more gigabytes than others. So yeah, you have to wait for the download. I like it. I like how it goes. Which is not good, by the way. You shouldn't like your work that much. You should hate it. I hate it. I hate this Goro. It's not good. I'll delete it and never think of him again. No, I will not. Sometimes I like my things, which is... yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't be like that. Probably it shouldn't. By the way, the back shoulder, let's do this. And yeah, the back shoulder is important here. And this muscle, which is going below the triceps here, I call it the back chest muscle. But actually is the... I forgot the name again. Yeah, I have never remembered it, by the way. So yeah. But this muscle here, it's also good to have. Here we'll have the traps, another traps. Here we will have. And then this back muscle here, which I call the climbers muscle, because it's used mostly when you pull your head, when you pull your hands backwards. This muscle is attached to the pelvis and also attached to the arms. So it pulls the arms back to the pelvis. So when you climb, it's actually, you're using a lot of this muscle here. So that's why climbers have kind of a big backs. Also swimmers, because when you swim, you do the same. You kind of get the arm close to the back. And swimmers have huge backs. That's why. You know, that's very basics of anatomy. Every muscle, most muscles, have two places that they are attached, usually on different bones. Because if one muscle is attached only to one bone, when it flexes, what will it do? It will break the bone or what? But if the muscle, like the biceps for example, the biceps is attached to the ulna, I think, and the radius a little bit, and which are those muscles here, those bones here, and it's also attached to the scapula. I don't think the biceps is attached to the humerus, which is this bone, this upper bone here. So its function is to just pull the 2 points of attachment together. So one point is here, the other point is here. So when you do this, you pull those points, and this is how it works. Every muscle in the body is working like this. And for some muscles as complex as the triceps is one of the most complex muscles. For them, it's about the fibers, where one point of the fiber is attached and the other point of the fiber is attached. But that's another question. Okay, let's make a little bit of a blackening of the body, by the way. It will be very interesting. So hour and a half and we will be done here. I like it. I like how fast we can do this. But as I said, don't try to do it ultra fast. Try to do it properly. Fast is not your friend. Fastness is not your friend. Your friend is quality. Nobody cares if you do it for 2 weeks or 2 days. The idea is to make it very nice. As nice as possible. If you can, great. If you can't, not great. Yeah, not great. These are his chewing muscles, by the way. His chewing muscles here in the bottom, the masseter muscle, this one, I think, it's pretty huge. So I will guess that the top muscle here that's responsible for the chewing is also pretty huge. In many people like me, for example, this top muscle here is very thin, as you can see, and it's kind of very flat, almost going to the skull. But in some people, it's kind of bumped here. And he's like that. Like those people, he is. This guy. This guy. And let's try to make a little bit of a detail here. Why not? We have time. This is 1 hour and a half. And we'll be finished. As I said, I thought that this will take me more, especially in the beginning when the head took too much time, but the head is the most important thing. It has the most detail. That's why it takes the most time. Usually. If you don't think that, I don't know what to say. Go ahead and blacken. Blacken. La paz est chaud. Que paz est chaud. The British human race. Da 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 da. Dear mother. All the rust. Dear mother die. La paz est chaud. Merci des chaud. Alright, I think it's cool. Now let's put some shadows and cavity. It's a little bit too dark for my taste. Let's see what we can do. The cavity. Probably we can increase the light here, okay? Alright. We kind of like it, right? It's not bad, it's not super bad. Okay, some questions and we finish this. The legs are kind of, they're not working too much. They're not too well, but it's fine. I think we can deal with it. By the way, the head can be a little bit bigger, so let me just kind of do that. Let's select the head without the body and increase the size, oops, and without this thing, and increase the size of it a little bit, and maybe dial it down a bit and move it a little bit like this. More. It's okay. It should be fine. This is magic. Exactly. It's a kind of magic. Oh, Flycat, I'm learning so much from your videos too. Thank you. Flycat. Where is Flycat? Flycat is very good, by the way. I would say. That looks awesome. Thank you. Have you ever had problems exporting FBX from Blender or Substance Painter? Yes, I had problems exporting FBX with 40 million polygons once, but then I know not to do that. So if you export like less than 20 million, it's fine. Here you must make his head bigger. Yes, I know. This is insane that you can achieve this great result in only 1.5 hours. Yeah, it's also good. Yeah, I like it. I like that I can do it. To start in 3D, what's better, polygonal modeling or sculpting? Polygonal modeling is how I started and how most people have started in 3D. So, yeah, I don't know. What's the minimum amount of money you would charge for a character? $50. And $50 is only if you want a very basic head. Which can resemble some actor, but not super resembling. But not low poly, not everything. Just the high poly, I will make it for 1 or 2 hours. And this is the minimum amount. Beautiful, love your work, thank you. What kind of computer do you have? It's such an amazing job you do. It's not about the computer, it's not about your tablet, it's not about the hardware, it's about the software. It's about, you are seeing this, I make for 1.5 hours, but what you don't see is those thousands of hours that I have sculpting before that. That's the thing, What will the new course be about? Arm anatomy, just this. Can you upload the PureF file you use? Yes, but it will be in the course probably. 1.5 hours and many years of experience, exactly. When I import Mixamo for Blender, Mixamo FBX Blender adds extra bones. I don't know, I don't do this rigging and bones and stuff. Where you can find your videos course. In the description of this video you can see a link to the ArtStation and to Udemy. Yeah. Nico Riz, hey, Tapico, Blender, Tapico, what is Tapico? Blender do that every time. Tapico is the guy, yeah. Where was the thumbnail from? The thumbnail was from my practice run. This one was my practice run. I did it for 1 hour and 10 minutes probably or something. But I think when you practice, when you do something for the first time, it's kind of okay. When you do it the second time, it's better. If I do it the third time, maybe it will be even better. So don't think that when you do something for the first time, it will be the best you can do. No, the second time would be better. And that's visible, How do you switch brushes so quickly? I use mostly shortcuts. I don't, because if you want to sculpt and concentrate on sculpting only, concentrate on the artistic part, concentrate on making nice forms, nice shapes, nice silhouette, you have to use shortcuts. You have to be super proficient with your sculpting, because touching, selecting brush and then selecting brush, it's a hideous process and it's not very good for concentration. Do you think you are a cool person? Yes, of course. Everybody thinks they are a cool person, but you don't have to, think whatever you think, it's not relevant. Whatever lives show you are, it's relevant. Whatever people tell you are, usually that's what you really are, not what you think you are. Modo is better than Blender in rigging. Probably, I don't know. Looks good. Thank you. More realistic. What size of tablet do you use? Medium. Which is better? I have used small, it's also good. Medium for me, it's better. It's a little bit better medium, probably. You should make a sculpt of yourself. Yeah, everybody say that all the time. Any tips for when you try to create a character and you don't have a concept? I have more than a month working on one and I don't know what to do with the outfit. Exactly. That's why when I have to do a character, I don't have a concept. I usually sketch with pen and paper. I sketch. I do a couple of sketches. I research. I find a lot of references. And I get from here this, from here that, and I combine and I sketch. And when I'm happy with one of the sketches, I say probably this will be it. Then I can start 3D sculpting. Because before that, I don't have an idea and I will never have. I'm making a 3D character for my game, but I'm having some issues with the face. Can't seem to resemble the drawing. That's usually the case. Also, I have difficulties. As you can see, this is not exactly like the concept. It's close, but it's not exactly like the concept. And that's a skill that you have to develop. You cannot do it the same. In the beginning especially. Fastest digital sculptor I know. Hopefully, but I'm not sure. You're a cool person, Nick. Thank you. Shortcuts in ZBrush horrible and camera movements too. I was never able to learn it. You don't have to. I mean, Blender is here. At some stage you get stuck and don't know what to do next. Sometimes it lasts for months. But you should just leave it. If you are stuck and it's some personal project, you just leave it. Start something new. Forget about it. Maybe someday you will remember it and you can have new inspiration. But yeah, it's not worth it. What do you drink? Water. Can you please do next time girl character in your life? I sometimes do that, yeah. Do you retopo? If so, with what? I retopo with Blender. And you can see in the... By the way, people, just check out the course that I have, which is on my other channel, which is called just SpeedChar. This is SpeedChar Live. The other one is called just SpeedChar, and it has more subscribers than this one. But the idea is that it has a course. In the playlists, if you go, you will see a playlist which is called Real Game Character in Blender course or something like this. It's all free in YouTube. You can watch it all in real time. And there is retopology, there is high poly, there is low poly, there is UV mapping, and even a little bit of Suspense Painter. So yeah. How does the water taste in Bulgaria? It's delicious. But some people don't pay for Photoshop also. Yes, I know. I don't pay also. I use just old version of Photoshop. You've forgotten to do the things on his legs. Yes, I know, I forgot, but I don't want to do them. What time do you usually stream? It's almost 1 AM for me. I live in Japan. I usually stream around this time these days. A little bit early sometimes, a little bit earlier than now. But today I had some other business to attend, so yeah. I used to stream much more late, but it was not that good. I mean, later, East Asia is out. They sleep. All of East Asia, if it's later. I used to start 3 hours from now to stream, so yeah. It's easier to sculpt in pose, or do you sculpt in a pose most of the time? No. It's easier to sculpt in with symmetry, and then to put it in a pose. And resculpt, of course, some things. Love from Bangladesh. Learn a lot from watching your videos. God bless you. Thank you very much. You're a God-given man, Ninko. Yeah, I don't know. Make Venom from Spider-Man. If you go to the live section of this channel, go to this channel and go to live videos. And just check them out. There is Venom. There is Superman, couple of them. There is Wolverine. 2 Wolverines at least. And other heroes I have made in this channel. So, already done. Nico, which websites can you tell us to start selling our 3D characters? I don't think the 3D characters sell that well, but you can try TurboSquid. I think it's one of the biggest websites for this. Others probably was Sketchfab. In Sketchfab, yeah, you can probably. As a Bulgarian, can you understand Russian a bit? I can understand it a lot, because I have studied Russian 5th grade in school. But most people, especially young people who haven't studied Russian in school, they cannot understand it that much. Coffee from Pakistan. Yes. There is a way of a website to have some feedback from professional artists about our 3D sculpt. The feedback, you can go to the description of this video. You can check out my Discord server. The link should be there. And in the Discord server, there are people who can help you. If you put enough time into your sculpt and if you show it into the Discord server, maybe they can kinda help. Also, sometimes I personally do some feedbacks in the Discord server, but rarely. Are there any Substance Painter intermediate to advanced course you would recommend? Intermediate to advanced. I have a course for Substance Painter, but it's mostly beginner course. Intermediate to advanced, I cannot say. No. Hello Nico, do you give us some advice of getting a job as a 3D character artist? The only advice I can give you is, there are a couple of things. First, just spend enough time into learning the 3D character art, and this requires between 1000 and 3000 hours to become relatively good. Then when you get good in anatomy, in working from concept, in all the stuff, you have to be able to put the time. Then you have to get your ArtStation going. So you have to post regularly and your ArtStation. And when you start getting into trending in ArtStation regularly, then you will start to getting job offers most likely. That's the thing. Love from Algeria. Hello. If you want this model to be printed, which steps do you need to do after sculpting? For me, what I would do for this model to be printed, I will just give it to my printer guy. But first, I will go from the side view, left for example, and I will make sure that he steps on the ground, not as now, because now he's falling back. So I will go with a big brush, and I will try to move his feet back, so the center of his weight would be on the feet. Probably I will put something like a cylinder like this, but smaller, just a base, you know. I would put a base. Maybe for this character I will make it a little bit narrower, and like this. And yeah, and I will refine it even more, because now it's a very rough version of the character that it should be. And then I will just give it to my printer guy, and he will print it. That's it. Nothing more than that. Sculpture of Milo Mask Dog in one of his transformations. We'll see. Where are you from, sir? Bulgaria. Is it possible to be good with only mouse and keyboard? Yes, but difficult. Thanks for these free videos. It's fun to watch and learn a lot of stuff. Don't know. It's good, thank you. I'm starting sculpt in Blender and I see you do something so incredible in such a short time. It's mind-blowing for me. Yeah, but make sure you remember that I am a professional artist, professional character artist. I have made numerous characters for numerous games, for Gameloft, and for other people for freelance. So I have years and many thousand hours of experience before I'm able to make something like this. So if you want to make something like this, you have to go through certain path, you know. Can the sculpt be optimized to animation? Yes, we have to do the low poly, then to bake it, and then to be able to be good for animation, because now it's couple million polygons probably. I don't know exactly how much it is. Yeah, it's 3.5 million almost. It's not too much because it's not refined. If this have to be a proper sculpt with the proper level of detail, it will be around 20 million polygons most likely, 15-20 million. How do you know when the model is finished? Because you can correct it indefinitely. Exactly, you have to put an end to it at some point, and I don't have a problem with it because I'm not a perfectionist. I just want to make things good enough and a little bit above that. So a little bit better than good enough. And then it's finished and I can go on. There are people who are perfectionists and it's very difficult for them to stop. And they're kind of making one model for 3 months, for 4 months. For me, it's not a problem. Won't need support for printing. Do they do it on the 3D print program? Yes, they do it on the 3D print program, the supports. Then this turned out awesome. Are you using the new stylized node in the composer for the effect? No, it's just when I put the cavity here on world and it makes this effect. Without the cavity, it will be just like this. But with the cavity, there is a little bit of texture. It's just it's an accident effect, you know. It's interesting. Just by accident. Do you prefer doing the clothes in modeling than sculpting in a professional work? Both. I'm modeling them and then sculpting them. Sir, I open a channel for tutorials. I just want to know about earning from YouTube. Is it RPM high or not? I don't earn from YouTube. Most of my videos from YouTube are they should be without advertisement. I don't know if YouTube is putting advertisement on them or not, but for me, they're not bringing any money. I use YouTube only for to have fun, especially in this channel, and also to advertise my courses from which I make money. Do you also do environments? No. Heniko, can you please quickly model saliva in his mouth? I understand how thin geometry. I'd understand how thin geometry. Add saliva in his mouth. It's just you put some. It can be done. It's not very difficult to be done. I mean, let me show you very quick how to do a saliva, but I have to remove some of the effects because it will be quicker. So you have to just put a sphere, as always. Sphere is the most important thing to have. And then put the sphere in here. Then make it like this. And then model certain saliva with your pencil. Just model it a little bit, like this. And you want to have a hole in it, for example. It's very easy. It's very easy. So, how? Just go, copy it, rotate it, for example, and then move it around, connect it to the other one, and then retopologize it, and do whatever you want. Now it's turned, by the way. You will see face orientation. It's not turned. So why is it doing this? Interesting things. Okay, it's working. So yeah, this could be something like saliva, you know. But the idea is that it's easy. If you want to do something else, you just do it. What's happening with the inflate brush? The inflate brush is acting super weird. Here now. Now it should be turned. Let's see. I cannot see the turn. It's turned. This one is turned. But whatever. Yeah, this is the idea. I can inflate it, smooth it, inflate it, smooth it. And then it disappeared. But again, it's fine. We can inflate it, then remesh it. And then everything is now working as intended. Kind of. And if you want to add more in this, of course, go like this, select it, move it like this, here. And it's crashed. Oh, it's not. It almost crashed, by the way. I don't know what happened with this. I will delete this because it's messed up. Oh, X faces. Okay, let's select it. There is something wrong with this model exact, but whatever, I don't know. Now like this, and we can remesh it now. And smooth. And then work it out. Something like saliva. But of course, this is just a fast way to show what can be done. With sculpting, it's easy to do a lot of things. That's why I love Blender, and I would never use most likely 3D Max again, because 3D Max is a great software, except Blender is better. Because you can do something, then you can model it a little bit, then you can sculpt it a little bit. In 3D Max, it's difficult. I like using meta balls for that. You can use everything. How many polygons? This is 3.5 almost. Okay, I got the idea. Many thanks. Okay, yeah. My muscle memory always comes to rescue by pressing Ctrl S. Yes, Ctrl S is very interesting thing to press. A nice thing to press also. Okay, guys, that will be it. I don't want this video to be more than too much more than 1.5 hours, because in the description, the title of this video, I will call it less than 1.3 hours. So yeah, 1 hour and 30 minutes it will be. So yeah, and basically it was 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you for $3. For $2, make a tutorial about this model Goro with Byte. But why? You saw it. You saw how it's done. So I don't need to do it anymore. Thanks for the stream. I use in Blender 4. Yes, great worth the time. If I do more than the 19 hour Blender crashes. Yeah, because of the video card. If you're using some low-level laptop, unfortunately, Blender requires kind of a nice video card. So yeah.